Hello guys and welcome to AdriaBIM channel. In this video I will teach you some tips that can be useful for you to improve your learning in GstarCAD. So let's see the content of this video. We are going to talk about um, text. Uh, we uh, we had planned to talk about text in the last video, but the video was becoming long, so I uh, put this in this video, and we are going to talk about hatch, very important thing in GstarCAD, and bonus is grouping. So let's start with the text. For the text, we use this M text. So we can click either by we have two difference. We have M text, create a multi-line text object, and we have single line text. Text displays text on screen as it entered. So difference between these two you will see in this video. First, we're going to show M text. So you can click here or you can type M text. And then you will get this ABC. Then you specify first corner point and specify opposite corner. So you get like a little text box that you can input things in. Here you have standard text formatting, like anything you did in any Office, Microsoft Word or LibreOffice or anything. Text height, um, what kind of letters you want to use, alignment, line spacing, if you have something for some lists. Do you want to insert a field, uppercase, lowercase, when you need to write area of uh, some room, you need to square meter, and this is superscript, this is subscript, and everything else that comes here. Here you build a stack, and here you choose, do you want text to be by layer or by block? I suggest you to go by layer and create one layer here for the text itself, and here you can insert the symbols, degrees, plus, diameter, and these are most used default one. And here, by going to other, you can choose with many symbols that are offered here. You can find anything you want, from small Greek letters to Cyrillic capital, or whatever you want, from some symbols like hearts, spade, and anything you want. So uh, that's for text formatting. Now you can type something like AdriaBIM is the best channel on YouTube. And we're going to say OK, and look at this. When we select it, we have this M text wide or height. So we can look by moving it. The text is being shrinked. So this is like text box, but without borders. So you can edit the text. You see, it is shrinking. and that's for M text. For single line text, they ask you to specify start point. I'm going to say here. Then they ask you specify height. So you can specify it by drawing a line, dragging and drawing line, or you can type 80. And then they ask you to specify rotation angle of text. So if you want to rotate the angle of text, this is a very great option. To skip one step, you can also be making text by M text and then just rotating to angle, but you can do this with single text. So I'm going to say 45 degrees, and I'm going to write subscribe, and say and when you click you can again write follow AdriaBIM on YouTube. And when we click escape, you see what happened. The text rotated. So I'm going to show you. I started here, so I insert the M text, and I set up some legends for this area. This is area of kitchen. Now we copy this to here. This is living room. This is copy bathroom, and this is hallway, this is balcony, and things like that. So you get the point. You just need to have one text box, and everything else you can copy and move and rotate, and so the text box is like any object in GstarCAD. So the next thing we're going to talk about is hatching. So here you have an example where we already did hatch. So this is hatching for reinforced concrete. When you want to hatch, you can hatch with different ways. You can go here. You have this option hatch. You go hatch. You click it and you get this window with many options. So here you use you define type, predefined, user defined, custom. If you want to make custom, you can make, but that's the topic for some other time. Here we are learning the basics, so I'm going to show you some basic things you need to know. This is the pattern. So here you can change the pattern, but when you see this ANSI 37, you don't know what that is. You know what is the gravel, okay. You know what is the brick, square, swamp, wood, or things like that, but you don't have feeling what it is. So you can click and you will get this, but in order to skip that, you go this way, and it show you a little square with showing of hatch. So let's say I want to hatch masonry walls. I'm going to do that with the solid and click OK. Here you use, do you want to use by layer or by block or by anything? Before anything we started, I forgot to make one more layer for the text. So we go here, I'm going to choose hatch to be, uh, I'm going to use hatch to be, and we're going to say text. And we're going to set text to green color. Okay, so we're going to select this and transform it to the text, and voila, we are at green color. And hatch we're going to change to the let's see magenta. Okay, so look, it already changed because we have hatch already selected. And now we're back on the hatch. Here we use by layer. We said solid that we are going to use. Look this, when we use solid, because it will use this color to fill it with this color, to fill object we select with this color. It doesn't have this angle and scale, but when we choose anything else like ANSI 35, we have here angle and scale. Angle, this is normally by 45 degrees, and when we want to get these lines to straight, we just press here 45. I will show you that later. Now let's go to show you basics about hatching. So here we have also hatch origin. We have options like annotative, assotive, create separate hatches. If we when this nothing is turned on, like everything we hatch is like one object. Look, when we select this, it selects all of it. But when we say create separate hatches and we go add pick points, look at this now. It is separate. So it all depends on what you need. Next one, here you can say draw order where you want to go behind boundary or in front of boundary, send to back, bring to front, whatever you need, whatever you want to be seen. Layer, use current, or you can define here to no matter what layer you're currently on, it will use one of these layers that you select. So if I select here hatch and say OK, just to select this area, and go now here and select Windows, and again go to hatch, and look at this now. It is not, it is defined by layer hatch, and it hatch with the layer for the hatch. So very strong and important option to remember. You want to transparency, you can set the transparency whatever you want, and this is a great option we have here. Inherit properties. When you use hatch a lot, and when you have a large drawing and you need to make some changes like add new column or something like that, and you don't want to waste time searching here on C37 and this scale here and things like that, you go inherit properties and it will inherit this property. So we go here and select OK, and it will just inherit the properties. You need to press what scale it is. I know it's 2 because I made this. So let's show you one more thing about hatch. Let's go to ANSI 31 and let's say scale 1, and we will this boundary. We have one more thing about hatching. To be able to hatch some boundaries, it must be closed. So if you want to hatch like things like that are not closed, that isn't closed area, you won't be able to hatch this. You see this? It won't be able to hatch. But if we close like this, we will be able to hatch this area. So you need to able to you need to be able to find those problems when you have when you're hatching. So I want this hatch to be more wider. I will scale it to 10, and I want to be vertical, so I'm going to write here 45 degrees, and going here I will say OK, and voila, it is much wider. It has higher scale and it is vertical. So that's about it for hatching. One more thing, you can make gradient like 1 or 2 colors, like you can this is for making drawings more pretty, like adding gradients to the glass or things like that. One more thing I'm going to show you today in this lesson is grouping and measuring areas. So look at this. This is a window that we grouped. So the difference between this and I'm going to show you this. Is that when we select one line of this group, it selects all objects, but here this is the window that is not grouped, and every line is for itself. So when you need to move this, you need to select all the lines, but sometimes it can be very tough to do that. So the grouping is very nice in those situations. So how to create a group is you select the objects you want to create, right click, going to group, and just say group, and it is grouped. When you want to change something to group, you just go right click, group, ungroup. So here we have we grouped windows, we grouped doors, and it is very powerful option to have. Now I'm going to show you how to calculate area of uh, object or surface you want. So you can click by writing on keyboard area. I go by area, and you can specify the points you want to calculate the area. So we click OK, and here you have area and perimeter. So you gotta be this number is you need to go to the units and see in what to see in what units you're drawing. I'm drawing in centimeters, so these are centimeters square, and this area is for this comma is 4 places moved to the left, so the area is 8.97. 8.97, and you can find that also here. Say OK, and the area for this bathroom is 3.45 square meters. So that's about it for today's video. If you have any questions, feel free to contact us through our website or through our emails on the website. If you enjoyed this tutorial, subscribe to watch more videos and got notified of new updates. Thank you very much for watching, and I hope to see you soon. Best regards, your AdriaBIM channel.